What's up, good people? Welcome to Alex Real Deal Reviews. I'm back, live and in color. I know y'all miss my lovely smile and dead eyes, so I'm back. And gotta be honest, I kind of like doing the audio only, so you'll probably be seeing a lot more of those than these in the future. Just so brace yourself. You know, you're not gonna see too much more of me, except for a still photo. So, but anyway, this review should go a bit smoother since I saw the episode a couple of days ago, so it's a little fresher on my mind. So let's go ahead and get into it with episode 3 of American Horror Stories DriveIn. All right. So first things first, I see no Scarlet. So this is indeed a fresh new episode, so I was very excited about that. So of course we opening up with the first scene is a little teenage makeout session with Bob Ross on the telly. Rip to Bob Ross, who I learned how to add just happy little tree to my life. I hope he taught you how to add happy little trees to your life too, okay? I mean, not them kind of trees. Okay, anyway. Okay, so back to the show. Teenage sex drama, and a little boy wants some. Girl doesn't want to give him some. Argument ensues. Typical sex drama there. All right. And I would say that this is irrelevant to the story, but it actually does serve a purpose at some point later on. So keep that in mind. All right, so we cut to the next scene and it's the boys. Side note, so I have not really been using the names of the characters at all, and I don't plan on changing that. I'm probably not going to be using names. No. So I apologize in advance if that's a problem for you. Okay, now back to the boys, where we get into pretty much the main point of this whole episode. You know, there's this horror movie called Rabid Rabbit that was banned, and you know, all the copies were said to be destroyed because apparently at one pre-screening it led to the audience turning into ravaged beast, and a lot of people died because of it. And you know, and any reasonable person, you probably wouldn't want to see this movie or have anybody else see this movie, you know, because you don't want people dying. You know, that's any reasonable person, you know, makes sense to me. But yeah, the director, whose name I actually will mention because it's pretty ironic, Mr. Bitterman. Yeah, so yeah, Mr. Bitterman was not too excited to hear about his movie pretty much being canceled. And, you know, by the way, there was a cancel culture reference in this episode. I'm not going to go into any more detail about that though, okay? Cancel culture. Okay, so boom, back to it. The director snaps and somehow hops over like 2 desks and attacks this senator lady. And like, I have no idea how he made it successfully to her with at least 5 people there that could have stopped him before he got to her. And you know, I assume they were for her protection, you know, but obviously not. Probably should get fired, but you know. Anyway, obviously they're not that good at their job, but whatever. So apparently a new copy of this movie has resurfaced, and the drive-in will be doing a special showing, and of course everyone is excited to see if the movie is truly cursed. And this is the problem with humans. Curiosity indeed does kill the cat, and the cat is people. We just not gonna do, we just not gonna act right. So we have arrived at the drive-in. Man, I miss the drive-in. You know, there's this one here called Coyote Driving that it used to do double features before Hell on Earth happened, and you know, now they just do the singles, and I'm spoiled, so singles just don't do it for me anymore. Anywho, I got in my feelings there for a second. My bad, I'm back. Rewind. All right, so we're at the drive-in, and of course, you have to have someone there warning the people that this is real. Don't watch the movie, I was there. Now, over the years, I've grown to definitely take heed to what crazy people have to say, because even a lot has a little bit of truth in it. I just made it up, and I will be copyrighting it, so don't think about stealing it, okay? All right, so everyone is all settled in their cars now to get ready to watch the movie. And if you're not quite up to date, typically not a lot of watching movies happens at the drive-in. And in this case, it worked out pretty well for our main characters. So congrats, Promiscuity. You won this round. Kinda, because there was a pretty disturbing scene. So actually it's 1-1 now, score time. All right, so let's get to this movie. I don't even think anything was actually shown. It seemed like a bunch of blurred random images with built-in subliminals and undertones, and that was the cause of all the madness and complete chaos, which pretty much turned everybody into zombies. And boom, we got action. All right, so it's complete chaos, and the main characters, boy and girl, little Bird Box reference there for you. So yeah, boy and girl, they lucked out and haven't been infected, but now they gotta run. So this should have been easy since they were already in a car, because that's usually the problem. You gotta run and find a car to drive away in, but they were already there as a drive-in. They were in the car. They just need to go pedal to the metal. But girl was going like they seemed below speed limit, and boom, of course, the zombie got time to jump on the car, and now she can't see and she runs into a wall. Now, my eyesight ain't what it used to be, but I didn't see any seatbelts on. So how they hopped out the car unscathed is the most unbelievable thing that happened in this episode. And that's saying a lot because there were zombies. Should have had at least a scratch. Didn't have nothing. No headache, no, not concussed. I mean, I guess the dude did fall asleep. Anyway, so now they've made it to the film room somehow, and oh boy, almost got caught up in the movie, but he lucked out again because they got attacked by the drive-in owner, and yeah, they went to town on her and took it out. That's how you're supposed to do it. Take that head off and you good. All right, so morning arrives and they are the only two left, it appears. They destroy the film and notice that it's a copy, and that there are other showings apparently that's supposed to happen, so they're trying to head out and find the delivery guy so they can destroy the rest of the copies. These two teenagers are shouldering all this burden. So parents, let me step away from the episode for a second. The parents have been completely useless for 3 episodes now. Are we trying to say something? Like, I need the parents to step it up in these remaining episodes, okay? You know, the children are our future, but we gotta get them there. We can't just be sending them to cursed movies all willy-nilly. Come on now. Okay, all right, back to the episode. I be getting sidetracked, my bad. So, they find a delivery guy who turns out to be the director, Mr. Bitterman, in the middle of nowhere, it looks like. They go to his trailer and notice his Rolls Royce in the front, which is weird. And then, you know, they just bust in and confront him. And they ask him where the copies are so they can destroy him and save the world. This guy ain't caring though. Like he all he wants to know is what went down at the drive-in. And then they tell him. Like, I'm petty. I would not have given him the satisfaction of knowing that his movie worked. Like, no, I ain't telling you nothing. You're gonna think it failed. I'm like, nah, I think like one person got infected. Yeah, it was like that. Movie and curse. But, you know, just in case, let's destroy it. I would have lied. But no, that ain't what they did. They told him exactly what happened. You know? Teenagers. Anyway, they told him everything that happened, and his eyes just glistened with glee. Like, he was so excited. And they kind of rushed through this part a little bit of him explaining how he created the movie, but I was okay with that because there wasn't really a deep reason for him doing it. Like, all he wanted to do was create a horror movie that was live action, like a 5D horror movie. I don't know. Like, I mean, I personally like my horror movies to stay on film. You know, I don't want them jumping out at me or making me the featured act. I like to watch from a distance, okay? But yeah, there was no big reveal on the reason behind the movie, and you know, I like that. I like that there wasn't. Kind of just said like, hey, he was just trying to show off his creativity and create this amazing experience, and he didn't care that a lot of people were dying because of it. Wow, such an American horror story. Oh, that was horrible. All right, so back to it. They set his trailer on fire after blowing both his kneecaps all up. Kind of that. He deserved it. And I assume he dies in it, but you know, you gotta watch people die on these type of shows. You know, you never know. He come back up looking like Chucky did, all burnt up, crawling. You never know. You gotta watch him. And then like separate the body parts and take them to different spots. They don't watch movies. That's why they didn't know what to do. So I bet he show up in the last episode, burnt to a crisp. Mark this. Another thing that upset me, they didn't take the Rolls Royce. That was a seemingly new Rolls Royce. I would have driven that right out of town, really. Like, it ain't like your parents care. What? Road trip? Yeah. So I was upset about that. It was actually the second most unbelievable thing that happened in a zombie movie. Wow. But yeah. And you know, what does anyone do after witnessing a massacre and losing a lot of friends and loved ones and killing someone and blowing up their trailer? They have sex after. And so boy and girl over here getting reacquainted. Scene cuts to the computer, which shows that Rabid Rabbit is premiering right now on Netflix. And the ending scene is pretty much showing the chaos of the city imploding on itself. And that was the episode. Now, was this a shot at Netflix? I mean, because most of Ryan Murphy's shows are on Netflix, except this one, which is on Hulu. Is there trouble in paradise, perhaps, Mr. Murphy? No, I'm just kidding. Please don't read into that. I don't know nothing about that, okay? So, you know. All right. But anyway, yeah, I thought this was it was a good episode with a great build-up. And the ending left me with more questions than I started with. And you know what? For the type of show that this is, that works out pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty excited for the remaining episodes. And yeah, episode didn't disappoint. So again, thanks for watching, and I'm off to the next review.